Hello students and welcome to DAV Moyle Public School. Let's begin an online session of Standard 10th Science with your teacher Mrs. Vandana Ghagre. Dear students, today in the lesson Electricity, we will see the last topic of this lesson, that is electric power, and then we will revise what we have learned with the exercise. See, you have studied in the earlier classes that rate of doing work is power. This is also the rate of consumption of energy. Means whatever energy we are consuming in doing work is nothing but the rate of doing work, and it is the power. Means whichever power we had, we are doing the work. If no power, no work. So the power and work doing work is related with each other. So this equation gives the rate at which the electricity is dissipated or consumed in an electrical circuit. This is also termed as the electric power. The power P is given by P is equal to VI. P is equal to, what is the value of P in terms of R? So it is IR. So if you will substitute the value of V in terms of IR, we will get the equation V square upon R. So the SI unit of electric power is watt, that is W. It is the power consumed by a device that carries 1 ampere of current when operated at a potential difference of 1 volt. Thus 1 watt equals to 1 volt into 1 ampere, that is 1 VA. The unit watt is very small, and therefore in actual practice we use a much larger unit called kilowatt. It is equal to 1000 watt. Since electrical energy is product of power and time, the unit of electrical energy is therefore watt hour, that is WH. 1 watt hour is the energy consumed when 1 watt of power is used for 1 hour. The commercial unit of electrical energy is kilowatt hour, that is kWh, commonly known as unit. That is in generalized form. If we are using the electricity at our home, we are how many units we have consumed. So that kWh is known as the unit. So 1 kWh equals to 1000 watt into 3600 second, that is 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 watt second, that is 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joule, which is the unit. Many people think that electrons are consumed in an electric circuit. This is wrong. We pay the electricity board or electric company to provide energy to move electrons through the electric gadgets like electric bulb, fan and engines. We pay for the energy that we use, not for the electrons are consumed by an electric circuit. Now let's see some examples based on the formula of power. An electric bulb is connected to a 220 volt generator. The current is 0.5 ammeter. What is the power of the bulb? P is equal to VI is equal to 220 volt into 0.5 ammeter equals to 110 joules per second, that is 110 watt. See the second example. An electric refrigerator rated 400 watt operates 8 hours per day. What is the cost of energy to operate it for 30 days at rupees 3.00 per kilowatt? Now per kilowatt hour means actually the unit. The total energy consumed by the refrigerator in 30 days would be naturally 8 hours per day. So 30 days means what we have to do? We have to multiply it by 30. So 400 into 0.8.0 hour per day into 30 days, that is 96,000 watt per hour. That is watt per hour means it is kilowatt per hour. Thus the cost of energy to operate the refrigerator for 30 days is multiplied by the rate, that gives you rupees 288. So this is the cost of energy. Now the some questions which are based on this topic is given below. What determines the rate at which energy is delivered by the current? And a small example for you, an electric motor takes 5 ammeter from 220 volt line. Determine the power of the motor and energy consumed in 2 hours. So it's a very easy example, dear students. Try to solve it. Now in this lesson what we have learnt is summarized here in these slides. A stream of electrons moving through a conductor constitutes an electric current conventionally. The direction of current is opposite to the direction of flow of electrons. The SI unit of electric current is ampere. To set the electrons in motion in an electric circuit, we use a cell or a battery. A cell generates a potential difference across its terminals and it is measured in volt. Resistance is the property that resists the flow of electrons in a conductor. It controls the magnitude of the current. The SI unit of resistance is ohm. Dear students, this is the summary of the lesson. Ohm's law. The potential difference across the ends of a resistor is directly proportional to the current through it, provided its temperature remains the same. The resistance of a conductor depends directly on its length, inversely on its area of cross section, and also on the material of the conductor. The equivalent resistance of several resistors in series is equal to the sum of their individual resistances, and a set of resistors connected in parallel has an equivalent resistance Rp given by 1 upon Rp equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 and so on. The electrical energy dissipated in a resistor is given by W is equal to V into I into T. The unit of power is watt. 1 watt of power is consumed when 1 ampere of current flows at a potential difference 1 volt. The commercial unit of electrical energy is kilowatt per hour, kilowatt hour, kWh, and 1 kWh equals to 360000 means 3 lakh 6 means 36 lakh joule, that we can write as 3.6 into 10 raised to 6 joule. See here assignment. It is a multiple choice question. So you have to see this assignment carefully. It is based on the complete lesson. Now today we have finished the lesson. So now it's your work to complete this assignment. Read and read again and again. Go through the lesson so that your all basic terms gets clear and you are able to solve the assignment which is given here. So here some problems based on the formulas which you have studied in this lesson. Already many type of questions we have solved. So all these questions are based on that type of questions only. So see that question first, go through the solved questions and then try to solve these questions. So here are some examples and some questions which are asked here. So you have to answer that. It's a common question, beta. Thank you, dear students. Have a nice day.